Pay attention to this speech by Vladimir Putin. It might change your perspective about a lot of things. Let's get to it.
Здравствуйте, добрый вечер, дорогие друзья.
Hello. Good evening, dear friends.
Уверен, у вас сегодня хорошее настроение.
I'm sure you're in a good mood today.
Но наверняка есть и частичка грусти, потому что придется расставаться с теми, кого вы теперь называете друзьями, с вашими новыми друзьями.
But there is probably also a piece of sadness. Because you will have to part with those whom you now call friends. With your new friends.
Мы когда предложили вам приехать в Россию, мы ставили перед собой достаточно простые задачи.
When we invited you to come to Russia, we set ourselves fairly simple tasks.
Мы хотели создать условия свободы, творчества, дружбы, которые позволили бы вам общаться друг с другом, найти новых друзей, а может быть и партнеров для будущих ваших проектов.
We wanted to create conditions of freedom, creativity, friendship that would allow you to communicate with each other, find new friends, and maybe partners for your future projects.
Надеюсь, что это нам удалось.
I hope we succeeded.
Спасибо большое за эту оценку.
Thank you very much for this assessment.
Но вам удалось еще больше, чем мы ожидали.
But you succeeded even more than we expected.
Именно вы создали здесь, на юге России,
From everywhere, from Africa too.
настоящий город молодежи мира. Спасибо вам.
It was you who created here, in the south of Russia, a real city of the youth of the world. Thank you.
Но вы такие разные. Вот я смотрю в зал.
This is in a nation where people say the people who live out there are very exclusive and do not like foreigners. Well, this is going to tell you different.
Все очень разные. Сейчас только что встречался с молодыми людьми, которые учатся в вузах России из разных стран. Такие все разные. Но как же вам удалось создать этот город молодежи мира? Как, если такие разные? А, видимо, есть что-то, что всех нас объединяет. Сегодня в России мы называем это нашими традиционными ценностями. Это фундамент нашей жизни, нашего бытия. Это значит, что есть нечто такое, что нас всех роднит между собой. И первое, что приходит в голову, это то, что, несмотря на то, что мы выглядим по-разному, вот достаточно посмотреть на тех вот молодых людей.
You are all different. I look into the audience. You are all very different. I just met with young people from different countries who are studying at Russian universities. You are all different. How did you manage to create this city of the youth of the world? How did you do this if you are so different? Apparently, there is something that unites us all. Today in Russia we call these our traditional values. This is the foundation of our life, our existence. This means that there is something that unites us all. And the first thing that comes to mind, despite the fact that we look different, is just to look at those young people. Hello, to understand that we are different in appearance by skin color, maybe in some other way, but there is something that unites us all. What is this? Because we are all people, and we are all equal.
А если мы все равны,
Humanity makes us the
нет
same.
места в мире, какой бы то ни было и чьей бы то ни было исключительности, нет места в мире какому-нибудь чванству, сегрегации и всем явлениям, которые основываются на этой искаженной почве исключительности кого бы то ни было.
And if we are all equal, then there is no place in the world for any kind of exclusivity. There is no place in the world for any kind of arrogance, segregation and all phenomena that are based on this distorted soil of the exclusivity of anyone.
Мы все равны с момента нашего рождения.
We are all equal from the moment we are born.
С того момента, когда благодаря того момента, когда благодаря
What are they saying? Russia, is it? Russia, I think.
Спасибо, ребята.
Thank you.
Да. Мы все равны с того момента, когда мы благодаря маме и папе, а именно так люди появляются сегодня на свет, другого способа не существует, даже при...
Do they all speak Russian? How do they understand what he's saying?
Даже при современных технологиях.
We are all equal from the moment we are born thanks to mom and dad. And this is exactly how people are born today. There is no other way, even with modern technology.
Все равно существует всегда мужское и женское начало.
This is another thing that gets him a lot of criticism. He's very traditional and very religious, that people think he's extreme, especially when he speaks about this other religion influencing reproduction and gender studies and all that. Putin is not for any of that ideology. He's going to tell you straight to the point that nope, families, mother, father, and children. No other way can you make a family. I think he said that in a speech we had brought to the channel. So he's very traditional and he upholds the family values to the maximum.
There is always a masculine and feminine principle.
You're right, I just
Кстати
said
говоря,
that.
скоро во многих странах мира отмечают Международный женский день. Давайте поаплодируем женщинам, девушкам нашим.
By the way, soon in many countries of the world many will celebrate International Women's Day. Let's applaud our women and girls.
That's today. Yeah, International Women's Day is today.
Да, ну так вот, мы появляемся на свет равными, но вопрос, растем ли мы, развиваемся ли мы в равных условиях?
So, we are born equal. But the question is, do we grow? Do we develop in equal conditions?
Ответ, к сожалению, нет. Равных условий
Нет,
в мире
no.
для всех не существует.
Answer, unfortunately, no. There are no equal conditions in the world for everyone.
И это главная несправедливость сегодняшнего мироустройства, сегодняшнего мира.
This is the main injustice of today's world order, today's world.
А если вы меня спросите, а можно ли сделать так, чтобы все были в равных условиях и росли в равных условиях, развивались, раскрывали свои таланты на пользу своим близким, своей семье, своей стране, а может быть и всему человечеству?
And if you ask me, is it possible to make sure that everyone is on equal terms and that everyone grows in equal conditions, develops, reveals their talents for the benefit of their loved ones, their family, their country, and perhaps all of humanity?
Я не знаю.
I don't know.
Но что я точно знаю? Мы все должны стремиться к этому.
But I know for sure that we should all strive for this.
Даже сам факт того, что мы будем к этому стремиться, уже это сделает мир более прозрачным, более справедливым, более демократичным, более устойчивым, сбалансированным.
I feel like his goal here is to show the world how DEI is supposed to be done. You know, like in the Western communities, we see diversity, equity, and inclusivity. I think the way they push it is by, it's kind of like reverse racism, which Vivek Ramaswamy said that's also racism, and I don't disagree. But when you put everybody in the same room and tell them the truth, that you might not be, we're all equal, but you might not have equal opportunities, but you have to strive to be number one, make them understand that, then that's how they grow, they face the reality of life. But if you tell somebody, oh, you're not equal, but I'll make you equal, you're deceiving them. How are you going to do that? Are you God? Like, you can't do that, especially if they are not striving or putting in the work that requires them to, you know, pull themselves up. So yeah, I do admire the speech. I like the speech. I think is good.
И более безопасно.
The very fact that we will strive for this will make the world more transparent, fairer, more democratic, more sustainable, balanced and safer.
Дорогие друзья, вы приехали в Россию, у вас появилось здесь много друзей.
Dear friends, you came to Russia. You made many friends here.
Я хочу, чтобы вы знали, Россия теперь ваш друг.
I want you to know that all of Russia is now your friend.
У нас всегда открыты двери для вас, для всех ваших благородных начинаний.
Our doors are always open for you. For all your noble endeavors.
Уверен, у вас будет много успехов.
I'm sure you will have a lot of success.
Один из лозунгов сегодняшнего фестиваля «Начинаем будущее вместе».
One of the slogans of today's festival. We are starting the future together.
Будем считать, что будущее началось.
We will consider that the future has begun.
Но каким оно будет, зависит от вас.
But what it will be is up to you.
Желаю вам успехов.
I wish you success.
Будьте счастливы.
Be happy.
Спасибо.
You see, Putin is getting a lot more popularity, especially in the time where everybody's accusing him of everything. The same effect Donald Trump is having. People accusing both of them of everything, and they're getting more popularity and a lot of love. Why is that? Feel free to share. Why is that? Simple to me, if you ask me. If you keep blaming somebody for everything, people don't believe you anymore, especially if you can't have any concrete evidence that they actually did anything wrong. And when people come to the realization that maybe you've been lying to them, they pull all the way to the other side. And it's the case right now. Putin and his policies, a lot of the things he says on the media, I don't disagree. And I think he's intelligent, very smart, and, very well composed. You can't catch him off guard at any point in time. Always very well composed. And his mannerism is something I do admire. Anyways, I deviated. My point is, this speech was incredible. This setting, this festival, everything was just amazing. In Russia, we saw a video the other time where somebody made a video, was asking foreigners, have you experienced any kind of racism in Russia? And not a single foreigner was able to say they've experienced racism. The only thing somebody said, which I don't think was bad, was Russians would pay attention and help you more if you speak their language. And I think that's how it is in every nation. When you speak the language, people feel more familiar with you and are able to talk to you and communicate with you more. That's because they're comfortable, right? They're comfortable talking with you, so they communicate with you more. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So yeah, it's not an exclusive place like the media states. I just thought I should bring this video so you can see. And it's not to glorify anything or say Putin is right or wrong in his other endeavors. I'm just bringing this video to give you a different perspective about Russia and Russians. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.